America because nothing's can bring back our family now. But I expect for the U.S. government that they paved a good way for us. It was so expensive in California. We have to decide to move for California to Kansas City because here is cheaper.
این بچه ممی تولد امروز است.
سلام.
So I followed up with the State Department at the press briefing yesterday, asked Matt Miller if there had been any advancement on the negotiations with this family about potential compensation or whatever the word they use for compensation was, like a gratuity payment or something bizarre. He said he had nothing to add yet, but he would get back to us when he did. This is many years ago at this point that this happened. But I found it interesting that the survivors were able to say, mistakes happen. I don't harbor any anger at the United States.
I thought that was fascinating. And they said they forgive the United States. And if you were listening to this, the video ends with text, a graphic that says, the U.S. says negotiations are ongoing, but that any payment would be out of goodwill and not out of any admission of guilt or legal liability. And what's interesting about that is earlier we watched the clip in the video of the U.S. officials saying, we apologize to the family.
Right.
And you hear that juxtaposed with Mark Milley saying, quote, it was a righteous strike.
Right.
So on the one hand, it's a complete walkback of the initial position of the U.S. government, obviously. And on the other hand, still no admission of legal liability forthcoming as far as the U.S. government is concerned. And that's sort of an interesting square to try and circle.
Yeah. And it's also a reminder that it is good that we left Afghanistan. Because if this type of killing, 10 innocent people, does not, is a tragic mistake, but isn't the kind of thing that causes like a policy change or like we're going to review our policies here and see how this happened. Right. Say, well, it was a mistake, mistakes happen, and we're just going to keep going forward. Like you're going to continue to kill innocent people if the policy is okay, because you've got somebody in Tampa probably, who's looking through a camera at a grainy video, and they see somebody walking to the trunk of a car with some object and filling something, and they're like, well, it could be a bomb.
Right.
Well, sure, anybody carrying anybody who comes home from the grocery store, or anybody who's going to a game and is loading things into the trunk, is in a grainy footage, potentially a terrorist loading a bomb in there.
Yeah.
And it's a hard way to think of the world, to think of yourself, you're loading up your trunk for softball practice, and you might just get a hellfire shot at you because a 19-year-old in Tampa figures better safe than sorry.
It's almost worse than that because it's not just a 19-year-old in Tampa. It's this bureaucratic chain.
Right, and this one probably went up a ways.
Right.
But you have to do it quickly.
Yeah.
Right. Although they can follow the car for a while. So, hopefully the family gets what they consider to be justice. We'll see.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But amazing that they were able to say that they don't harbor any anger, that they forgive the United States, and like you said, hopefully they get some semblance of justice here.
And not surprising that California was too expensive and that they had to move to Kansas City.
Not surprising at all.
Yeah.
And this is happening in the context of just yesterday, I think it was the FBI announced that they had thwarted a plot by an Afghan who was here on a special immigrant visa to this was in Oklahoma City, to have some type of ISIS terrorist attack against America. And what's frustrating about that is our inability to do any bureaucratic vetting correctly at all. Like, you blow up the family of an aid worker who wanted to come to the U.S. and be a part of the U.S., but this falls through the cracks. Like, I mean, it's just, we're incompetent. We're completely incompetent that the family that should have been here contributing is burned, and that happens here.
Hey, if you liked that video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Breaking Points.
If you want to see the rest of Counterpoints, go to breakingpoints.com to become a premium member and get the full uncut show every morning in your inbox and on Spotify.